Did you ever wake up in the morning and think, I want to go to Mexico today? I'm in Arizona, just above the Mexican border. I have some time today. I have a passport. Why not? First thing though, I need some pesos today, so I am stopped at a bank right now. I'm not really sure if they can exchange money here, but I think it would be more cheap being in the US and changing money than being in Mexico. Fingers crossed this works. Update, they don't have pesos, they would need to order them. So I'm gonna try somewhere else now. Also, it started raining. Yay! Mission successful! Next, my plan is to drive to the border, leave my car, and then walk. The city is called Nogales. It's Nogales. Nopales means prickly pear cactus, so it's similar, but it's different. And so I'm going to walk into Nogales, eat some food. Usually when I go to different countries, I plan for a long time and I have ideas, and it's not only for a few hours on a rainy day, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge today, but I'm up for it. $2 per hour. Screw that. I didn't realize I would have to pay to park. I thought it would be cheaper to leave my car here. I don't know what to do. I guess that place over there is $1.50 instead of $2, so I guess I'll go there. I guess it's what you gotta do. Oh my gosh, I guess this is it then. I guess I'm leaving my worldly possessions and getting going. First, I changed from jeans into these pants that I think will be warmer and more waterproof. And I'm taking a backpack with me. I'm definitely going to look like a tourist, but oh well. I'm going to bring a puffy coat, also a hat. Going to bring a water bottle. Always have it with me. My little battery pack that you charge up. And, of course, my passport. This is brand new too. My old one expired and the first stamp on my new passport. Yay, yay, yay. Ah! I paid $9 for 6 hours because by that time it'll be getting dark anyway. Now to the border crossing. I knew the border would be south, but didn't know exactly where. Eventually I walked down by where that red sign is. And then I was in Mexico. This is so exciting! Customs! They didn't check my passport, I just had to scan my backpack. It was a breeze, I was a little intimidated, but so exciting! I didn't get a stamp on my passport, which I'm a little bummed about, but still, I'm in another country! A lot of Americans visit this town to get cheaper dental work done. Dollars is spelled like that because an S with a line through it is also the symbol for pesos. That salsa is so spicy. So spicy I can barely even eat it. I spread a small amount across the chips so I'd have less spice per bite. That was awesome. The coffee tasted the same as American. The tortilla chips were thicker. As I said, the salsa was spicier. The huevos rancheros, delicious. It was a a scrambled egg, but I think a cooked egg on top of a hard, flat tortilla with salsa on top. But it was different salsa. It wasn't spicy. And it came with the best refried beans I've ever had. Normally I don't like them. This time I did. And they also gave me candy as I was paying. That's what I'm eating right now. So great. Love it here already. Eventually I got tired of walking. People were definitely kind of staring at me a lot, but you know, that's how it goes. When you go to another country, when you're an ethnic minority there, like obviously I look different. Then I was like, okay, I'm not really hungry, but let's just get a little snack to eat and then go back to Merca. So I had a taco, a fish taco, and some soup. I was trying to ask them if it was okay to drink water that I brought with me because, you know, like some places might be like, no outside food or drink. And it was a really big, like, conversation when I was trying to tell them stuff and they didn't understand. But eventually we got it figured out and they were really nice. I tipped them extra big because thank goodness they were so patient with me. But the fish taco wasn't really my fave because it had jalapenos in it and I'm just not a fan of that flavor. It had avocado and like the fish meat itself was really good. And oh, the soup they gave me, I forgot the name of it already, but it was very salty, very good. Perfect on a rainy day. But then I was glad to come back across the border. It was very intimidating coming back, even though like this is the country I am a citizen of. It was intimidating. And then I'm just glad to be back in my van and take off my wet socks and shoes. If it looked like all I really did in Mexico was eat and walk around, yes, that's exactly what I did. I spent my whole 3-month trip to Europe just walking around and eating. It's not the most luxurious of things to do when you go abroad, but it's very cheap. And while I was walking around, because Christmas is coming up, I got presents for the fam. I'm filming this on December 12th. For my dad, he drinks green tea, so I got green tea itself, and we can taste test if it's different. I know this is chamomile tea, green tea, and diente de leon, which I know leon is lion, so I think it's dandelion tea, so that's interesting. Uh-oh. Hope this didn't get too squished. But for my mom, I got some chocolate. I tried to get some really high quality looking stuff. I don't remember if this is supposed to be this thin or I squished it, but hopefully that's all good. Got as many chocolates as I could find. We could do another taste test with that. And my brother, I wouldn't say he likes to cook necessarily, but he likes to like smoke meat and cook over a fire. So some cooking, not all. So I got him tahine. I thought this might be nice. It's classic tahine and sweet. So I'm thinking maybe this would be cool to like rub into meat and then smoke it and see how that affects the flavor. I don't know. I don't really know anything about cooking. I'm hoping he'll like it. Obviously, if I go to Mexico, I gotta try some Mexican beer. I didn't drink it there because I didn't want to get in trouble for like drinking in public. Oh man. What a good day. If I had more money and more time, there was definitely so much more I could do. Next time I go to Mexico, I definitely want to go somewhere where I can get out into nature. You know, there's mountains, there's beaches that I didn't really get to see today. But it was cool just kind of getting my feet wet, both literally and figuratively. Did you see how wet those streets were in the middle? They were like rivers. I will see you later when I try the beer. All right, I've been back from Mexico for a little while and I'm finally ready to start tasting these beers. Again, it's from a company called Victoria, which I'm wondering, is that Victoria Bitters, aka VB in Australia? You know, is that the same company? I'm gonna do 3 installments of tasting these beers because they are pretty big and I want to enjoy each of them, you know, instead of drinking them all in one sitting. That's kind of a lot of beer all at once. So I think today the first one is going to be this mango one. Oh man, I've been waiting for this for so long. This is so exciting. Smells mango-y already. It almost tastes like juice instead of beer. Carbonated juice. I guess the aftertaste really tastes like beer, especially Mexican beer. That's good. No offense to if the makers of Victoria ever see this, but it's just not my taste. It is good though. I'm gonna finish the rest of it. Not what I'm used to, but it's pretty good. For my second beer tasting, I'm gonna try the chamoy flavor. I still don't know what chamoy is. Let me look that up real quick. From Wikipedia, chamoy is a variety of savory sauces and condiments in Mexican cuisine made from pickled fruit. I don't really like pickles. Typically, its flavor is salt, sweet, sour, spiced with chilies. Oh gosh. I don't know if I'm gonna like all of that. It's kind of tart. It tastes like a candy. It tastes like Fun Dip. Maybe it's a little tomatoey too. Definitely a spicy aftertaste. Never had spice in a beer before. It's very interesting. In general, it's pretty good. Definitely not a flavor I'm used to, but I'd give it a 4 out of 5. And last but not least, this one, Indio. By the way, why I got those 3 beers was because the rest of them in the store I'd already seen before, like Corona, Dos Equis, lots of Mexican beers that you could also find here in the US. So, the last one, cheers. This tastes like what you would picture as a Mexican beer. No flavor added, just Mexican lager. Very good, very smooth, a little sweet, light, definitely. It's delicious. That was such a good experience going down there for one day. Because while I like to see, you know, beautiful natural features, I think it's also really important to see everyday life. You know, just walking around a city that's not a big tourist destination, it was neat to see how people in another country go about their everyday lives. And that's probably good for you too. Expand your worldview. When I had the idea to go, I was picturing, this is from a book about different countries, and I remembered, I didn't have this book with me, but I remembered these girls in a parade with skirts and carrying stuff on their heads. So cool. And everyday life isn't parades in the street, but it's still interesting. It's still the world. There's another cool picture. Oh, look at that. How cool. I love snorkeling and scuba diving. I'm gonna have to go back someday. But this is The World by Lonely Planet, and I don't know. This is a huge source of wanderlust for me. Oh my gosh, no way. Seriously, it's just a coincidence, but it is really cool that this happened while I was filming this video. But I opened to a page, and this is the Canadian Rockies that I just been to. No way. I think just looking at how the mountains are, I think this is Lake Louise, the lake I walked across, and then I wandered back here, and I think this is the Beehive. How cool. And this is a huge source of wanderlust for me, because I'm like, okay, let's open it up to another random page. Look at that cool building. Look at those cool snowy mountains. Where is this? Liechtenstein. And now I want to go there. The world is so big, and I can't wait to keep exploring more of it. Whether that's seeing people's everyday lives or seeing big, beautiful mountains. I guess the world is like a book, and those that don't travel only read one page of it. See you next time.
¡Claro que sí! ¡Ay, ja, ja! ¡Sí, señor!